everybody. Welcome to the T350 show. Let me check my, get my feed pulled up here, and we'll get started. My camera guy's just walking in. And let me make sure I got sound. Okay, I got sound. We're good to go. All right. Again, welcome everybody. My camera guy's repositioning a little bit. All right, so we'll give a few minutes for our audience to build. Just wanted to mention real quick last week about our giveaway that we did. We gave away your choice of components, 3 components, handguard, gas block, and muzzle brake. And we had 2 winners. We had a little bit of a glitch, and we had to have a second winner to make sure that we abided by the rules of the contest. But Andrew Graham and Mark Werner were our winners, and both of them chose their components. And in fact, Mark posted the pictures of his components on Facebook, on the group there, and I was real excited to get them. And when you guys get your builds done, we'd love to see some pictures. So when you get everything situated and you get all your stuff built, hit us with a picture. We'd love to see it. We talked today on the page about a new giveaway for Labor Day. We're going to do we had a Labor Day already in the works, a giveaway, and we had going to do a 1,000 member giveaway. So today we stand at 873 members. If we can get both of those to come together, 1,000 members and Labor Day on the same day, we're going to have a big, huge giveaway, as our president says, right? Huge. Best giveaway ever. Nobody does giveaways like we do. I know giveaways, right? So we'll have something really cool. We'll maybe we'll give away a trigger and something else. Make it a nice giveaway for 1,000 members and for Labor Day. So invite all your friends, like-minded friends, to join us on the Architect Facebook page. We don't want any trolls. We don't want any snobs. We don't want any people that want to fight and argue. And we're all there to learn. We're all there to have fun. That's what it's all about. So we just want to make sure it stays a nice, friendly, civil group. And that's the kind of people we want in there. So if you got like-minded friends, invite them to join. And we'll get our numbers up to 1,000 by Labor Day, and we'll have a really sweet giveaway. So this week's deal on our website is $10 off of our A2 upgrade packages. We have 2 packages for a 13-inch, 15-inch, a gas block, and a muzzle brake. And you can get $10 off of either one of those packages to upgrade your Smith & Wesson MP5, your Ruger AR-15, any of those guns that have the tall front sight post and the plastic clamshells on them. You can get an upgrade kit and put a free float handguard on there. And we got videos online to show you how to do that. We've done a couple of live installs right in here. It literally takes 20 minutes. If you've never done it before, it might take you a half an hour. But we've got some good videos and some instruction sheets and some PDFs you can download that'll walk you right through the process. And if you need the tools to do that, we've got those as well. You can look those up all on our website, BYOAR.com. So last week we talked about triggers, and we did a live install here of a drop-in trigger. And then we also did a live install of our AR-V handguard. So if you buy one of those and you want to watch that video, or if you buy one of our triggers, you watch the video of how to install it. Both very simple installs. That's one of the things we strive for when we're designing products, is ease of installation. That's one of the prerequisites when we're designing anything, is ease of installation. We want the common guy to be able to go out in his garage and with a few simple tools be able to upgrade his AR. So we don't like complication. I don't like complication. So when I'm designing something, I want to make it simple. So that we make our products simple to install. So leading up to having the deal on the A2 upgrade kits, and making your old AR look like a new, sleek, sexy, modern day AR. We're going to talk a little bit today about the history of the AR-15. So a lot of people don't know, or a lot of people, it's funny, you hear it in the media all the time. AR stands for assault rifle, or it stands for automatic rifle. It doesn't stand for any of those things. What AR stands for is Armalite rifle, because it was designed by the Armalite company back in the 1950s. A lot of people don't even know that the AR has been around. The AR platform has been around that long. A lot of people joke that it should be called America's rifle. AR should stand for America's rifle. It's estimated that there's probably in excess of 10 million ARs in the hands of civilians today in America, and I'm guessing the excess is. I would bet on the over on that. So America's rifle is a pretty fitting name, but it stands for Armalite rifle. In the mid 1950s, Eugene Stoner was the lead design engineer at Armalite, and he was looking to design rifles for the military application that were made out of lightweight composite materials, aluminums, plastics, that could be utilized by the military and by the civilian world. And some of the first, he came up with some. There was an Air Force rifle. It was the AR-5. It was a little bolt-action takedown, and the AR-7 came right behind it. And the AR-7 was the semi-automatic version of that. And it was a takedown rifle where everything fits into the stock of the gun. Everything pulls off, goes into the stock of the gun, seals up, and in fact, that thing would float. So it was designed for lightweight use in the Air Force. They could carry that on a plane. If their plane went down, they had a little survival rifle. And like I said, in fact, it floated. So, the AR-5, the AR-7, next came the AR-10, and that started into the realm of battle rifles or warfare rifles. Okay, so then came the AR-15, as we all know and love it, and one of the first versions of the AR-15. So Armalite marketed the AR-15 for a couple of years, but had limited success. Hey, Russ, good to see you, bud. They had limited success selling that on their own, and Colt was definitely interested in it. And in 1959, Colt bought the rights to the AR-15 rifle from Armalite, and they really took the AR platform into the next realm, if you will. In 1963, the United States military contracted with Colt to design a duty rifle around the AR platform, and that's how the M16 was born. If you've ever been in the military, back in the day, right now I think they use M4s, and there's some different platforms, but back when I was in the Army in the 80s, we had M16s, and they looked very, very similar to this right here. The triangulated plastic clamshells, the high front sight post, the plastic stock, very, very similar to that. And that took off for Colt, and then they started marketing it to civilians and law enforcement. So that the AR-15 as we know it has been around since the 60s, the early 60s. The patent on their patent expired sometime in the 70s, and that opened the door for a host of other manufacturers to begin producing AR-15 style rifles under variances. And by variances, I mean a lot of them use the 15 in their name, but like Diamondback Firearms is the DB-15, and Daniel's Defense is the DD-15, and Palmetto State is the PS-15, and so on and so forth. They use the initials of their company usually, but they use that 15 so that, and honestly, we don't need the 15 when we look at this type of rifle. We know what we're looking at, right? So, in 1934, the National Firearms Act started to regulate machine guns, and civilians couldn't own machine guns going forward from there. You know, and that's what an assault weapon truly is a select fire machine gun. It has 3 settings, you know, safe, fire, and then automatic. So in automatic mode, obviously, one pull of the trigger, and as long as you hold the trigger down, you're going to fire all the rounds in the magazine till that magazine's empty. With a semi-automatic or assault style rifle, this is not truly an assault rifle, even though many in the media would have you believe that it is. This is an assault style rifle, and it only fires 1 round per 1 pull of the trigger. That is the difference between an assault rifle and a assault style rifle. There's no select fire in an assault style rifle. In 1994, Bill Clinton's administration instituted the assault weapons ban, and for 10 years we couldn't get ARs as we know them. A lot of companies produced them with pinned and welded muzzle brakes, the grips, you know, the featureless grips. You know, there was different things that they could do. The stock wasn't indexable. There was 4 or 5 different things that they did to the AR to make them not an assault rifle. Somehow that made them less deadly. You know, we don't always understand how the government thinks, but, you know, that's what it was. The assault weapons ban lasted for 10 years. It sunset in 2004. And then when that assault weapons ban sunset, it opened the doors again for a host of manufacturers to begin manufacturing ARs again and selling them to the public. And what we saw was this huge growth of these boutique style rifle manufacturers. Guys working out of there, they get an FFL and they're working out of their garage, they're working out of a small building, and they're building custom ARs. You know, they're doing custom colors, they're doing custom designs. You're able to go in and from a list of menu items, you know, hey, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want a drop-in trigger, I want a special, I want a lightweight bolt carrier group, I want, you know, and they could design these rifles, you know, that sometimes run $2,000-$3,000, and these boutique manufacturers really became all the rage and are still quite popular today. There's thousands, if not tens of thousands of them around the country, and we work with quite a few of them to give them the products they need to build their rifles. So, you know, this is the AR as we know it today that we all know and love. We've had a few guys post some pictures on the Facebook site of their old ARs, pre-assault weapons ban ARs. And again, you know, we're having the sale on the kit to upgrade your AR. Please don't upgrade your pre-ban rifle. Don't do anything to it. Those, you know, if you have an original pre-ban rifle, the old, you know, even from the 60s or 70s AR-15, and it's original, you've got a piece of history, and you've got something that's worth, you know, $2,000-$3,000, if not more. So don't upgrade those. Leave them the way they are. But if you've got the M&P, you know, a recent M&P or a recent Ruger or something, and you want to upgrade it, that's certainly, you know, what we all love to do, and that's why we're here. That's a little brief history. If you Google history of the AR-15, hi Greg, you'll get a much deeper view. Wikipedia and some other sites have some pretty good information and tells you a little bit more about the history of the military application and how that all came to be and the different people that were involved in that. You know, Eugene Stoner, he moved from Armalite to Colt when Colt began making manufacturers. Later on in his career, he went and became an engineer with Colt. Let me see, Gene just commented here. Let me close this. Welcome, Gene. Glad to see you can make it. Eugene Stoner moved to Colt, and you know, he passed in 1997, but there's still a line of parts. I believe it's Midway USA sells the AR Stoner brand of parts, which, you know, is an homage to Eugene Stoner. So you know, his name is still out there, and he's still a very recognizable name in the industry. You know, he's the grandfather of the AR. So look that up if you're interested online. You can get a little more information, a little more in-depth history. You know, what I've given you is just a brief overview. Hey, Ron, what's up, buddy? How's your back? I still got tickets if you need them. So that's one of my riding buddies. Hit us up with show ideas if you were interested in seeing something on the show here. You want us to talk about something, you want us to do some installs, you want some more information about something, hit us up with a show idea. We'd be glad to have do a show for you about whatever it is you need to know about or want to know about. Don't forget A2 upgrade kits, handguard, gas block, and muzzle brake, everything you need to take those plastic clamshells off and upgrade to a sleek new modern look. And you can do that in both rifle or the pistol. These pistols come with little 7-inch clamshells on them, and this is a 8.5-inch barrel with a 10-inch handguard, flash can tucked in. A very nice, sleek, sexy look. So easy to upgrade these things, and any of our kits can help you do that. So next week's show, we're going to talk about tips and tricks and hacks for building and or setting up your AR. So if you've got, you forgot about you forgot about the tickets. Yeah, I still got them. Drawing's not till the 12th. We're giving away. We talked about it last week. I'm a coach of the Grand Valley Trap League, and we've got a gun raffle. We're giving away a 350 and a Yeti cooler and I think there's some ammunition or something in the cooler. I'm not sure what's in the cooler, but they told me there's surprises in the cooler. So next week's show, like I said, tips, tricks, hacks for building, setting up your AR. We're going to talk about little things you can do to make life be easier when you're building, and little things you can do when you're setting up your AR, sighting it in, trying to optimize its performance. So if you got any of those hacks or tips or tricks that you've learned over the years, share them with me, because I'm sure I don't know them all, and I want to know them all. I can always use tips and tricks to help make life easier when dealing with these rifles, because sometimes they can be a little aggravating. There are times when it happens. So that's all I got for this week, and we'll see y'all next week. And remember, you don't have to be an expert to build your own AR, to upgrade it or maintain it. We're here to help you do that. Thanks. We'll see y'all next week.